Vega. Vega going in with a 1-0 lead. My name's ODPixel. You're watching here on Beyond the Summit. I hope you're enjoying the cast. If you are, please do follow me on Twitter. You know where to find me. Can C9 do it? Can they swing it back around this best of 3 and find themselves a win? Well, I certainly hope so. I want it to go to a game 3. And we'll see if they're able to do it. It's going to be hard, though. Vega! Venge and Juggernaut, they don't mess around. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Beyond the Summit. Welcome to StarLadder Season 12. C9 Vega. C9, obviously the favorites for this matchup, but, well, obviously struggled in the first game. Vega were able to deal with the Naga pick. They shut them down in time. And, well, we saw them come out on top. Bans and picks. Well, Night Stalker Sniper and the IO Batrider, pretty much the identical bans we saw in the first game. So nothing really to write home about there. Talking about identical C9, they opened with the same 2 picks, the Zeus and the Lion, which we also saw them pick up in the first game. And as I was just mentioning there, Vega with the Vengeful and the Juggernaut picked up. So, strong heroes left, right, and center. Obviously the Zeus and the Lion. Zeus, the Vata Zeus is very good. Vata on the Zeus is pretty insane. As we saw in that last game, he was able to get a lot done. It was just kind of shortcomings out of the rest of his team. Just kind of left there something to be off. You know, they needed. They were really missing something the side of C9. And I'd be surprised if they pick the Naga again. Let's hope they pick for something a little bit more kind of in your face, a little bit more action, a little bit of get-go. Broodmother's going to be banned out from C9. So it's the 5th ban in the first game. They're going to ban it out 3rd this time. Let's not play against the Brood. It's not a lot of fun. And it's certainly something you don't want to do on the weekend. 4th ban now. Are they going to ban out something else that they've been pretty much banning out every time? What else have they banned out? Is Patrol? Are they going to ban out the Phoenix? Okay, so maybe a little bit of a respect ban there for Pashi Bashu. Pashi Bashu on the Phoenix, very effective there in the last game. PL is banned out by Vega. We know what EE can do on that hero, and AA as well. They know that the Zeus isn't going to be a support, or at least they think so. They think it's going to be mid. I'd be surprised if they take him out of the mid lane, just because Fata played him so well. But Zeus support is definitely something that we've seen C9 run in the past. So they have got that flexibility. They have got the ability to switch it round. 3rd pick now for the side of Vega. They've got the Jug, they've got the Venge, they've got that extremely strong lane combination. And this is a lane combination as well where you can go greedy. You can run an aggressive dual lane. You can run a jungle hero. Juggernaut and Venge, that's all you need to keep yourself safe in the lane. And let C9 run their lanes aggressively. And well, with the Zeus and Lion picked up, with the fact that they've got a Lion, I'd be surprised if they kind of switch at the momentum that they did in the first game. I think Eternal Envy is definitely one of those players who likes to be kept safe. He wants protection. He wants to find his farm. And if he goes aggressive in the off, I feel that's not EE's style. I might be totally wrong. And we might see some kind of crazy new laning situation come out from C9. But I'm pretty sure they won't run it aggressive. And it's all, if you try and run aggressive against a Jug and Avenge, you're going to have a hard time. Puck is going to be the 3rd pickup for Vega. I'll probably try and match up in the mid lane against the Zeus. Fairly nice matchup, and also in the sense that you're going to have that superior rune control. Zeus is going to have to go heavy on the bottling. Beastmaster again, C9. They want to stick with what they ran the first game, even though it didn't work out. And Tusk, well, Vega, they're going to pick it up again. I was saying in the first match, the Tusk play was absolutely on point. Very, very nice coming out from Vega. Shout out to Screen in that respect. We're starting to see, in some of the games I've casted recently, that Tusk, he can be so damn effective. Just the fact that the 4-second launch time on that snowball, added with the time it takes to travel, that's pretty much nigh on 5 seconds of team invulnerability in a team fight, if you're able to get them all inside. 4th pick now for Cloud9. Are they going to really run the same draft? No. They're going to pick a Lycan. Okay, let's see what they can do with a Lycan. They like to go for the pushy heroes. They like to go for heroes like the Naga. When it doesn't work out, let's get someone with a little bit more push and someone that relies a little bit less on farm and is not very item dependent. I mean, yeah, it's nice to get the Necro. It's nice to get the BKB to get yourself out of there. But at the same time, if you're able to find the openings, if you're able to find the lanes where, you know, Vega, they're just TP'd out, they've gone elsewhere for actions, for ganks, Lycan's going to be able to push very, very heavily. And I guess this will be an Eternal Envy Lycan if they do run the Fata Zeus. Get Misery on the Lion, and of course, as we'd imagine, see Bone 7 on the Beastmaster. Hopefully for the team, we'll see a little less of these questionable boots of travels onto your birds. And Bone 7, obviously a big fan of birds. Didn't pay off for him in that game. Troll's going to get banned out. Final ban. Stroll, let's be honest, he'd be a little bit of a nightmare if he was picked up with the Lycan and the Beastmaster, and which could definitely happen. If they were going to run the Zeus support, maybe C9 were kind of hoping that the Troll wouldn't be banned out. Maybe that's what they were going to look for. You know, they pick up the Zeus first, they want Vega to think, it's just going to be the Zeus mid. And then suddenly, 5th pick in, they pick themselves another core, Zeus falls down to the support role, and suddenly you're up against a Beastmaster, Lycan, and Troll. But Vega, they do see past that, and they just don't want any chance of that happening. Axe gets banned out, a hero that would be able to deal with this aggression coming out with heroes like the Lycan, with the walls. Just extra instances, extra chances to get the spins off. Now, final pick for Vega. They do still need that extra core hero. They've got their safe lane. They've got the Puck. Puck, obviously very versatile in the sense that he can go to the mid lane, he can go to the off lane pretty confidently. So I think they're just kind of weighing up their choices and deciding whether it is going to be the Zeus mid again played by Fata. And whether they do want to put the Puck against the Zeus in that matchup, or if they'd rather fare someone else better in the mid lane. Time ticking down. And there is going to be a Timbersaw, so it is going to be the mid lane Puck. And we're going to see a Timbersaw. I'm up for that. I've not seen a Timbersaw in quite a while. I've not had the chance to cast one. And Timbersaw, really one of those heroes that can, Lycan, Beastmaster, 2 of your cores, strength melee heroes. The stat removal, I believe, is it 17%, I believe, from the Whirling Death? 15%. It's a 15% stat loss. So, goodbye health pool, goodbye right-click damage. So, Timbersaw in that sense is going to be a very nice pick against these 2 heroes. Not nice in the sense that it is up against a Beastmaster and a Lion, and these are 2 heroes with a lot of control, especially when Beastmaster gets the Primal Roar online. As in this matchup, maybe that's who they're going to be looking to roar out, especially if Timbersaw gets a good start and is able to run circles around his lane. Our final pick now, C9. Surely they're going to want to push a little bit harder. They've got a couple of ranged heroes, maybe a Drow Ranger. Nah, actually, Drow would be a bit questionable. It's going to be the Jakiro. Okay, so Jakiro is the final pick. So that means they are going to keep... Oh no, it's going to be Big Daddy No-Tail on the Zeus. And so it is going to be a bit of a switch round in terms of lanes, I guess, unless they swap heroes after this. Vata is going to play the Beastmaster mid. And so I guess this is going to leave Jakiro on the off lane? Is that the plan? Are they going to just run dual lanes? Oh, this is going to be interesting to see. I mean, they definitely went for this kind of switch round by putting Big Daddy onto the Zeus. So, we'll see if it pays off in terms of having the upper hand in terms of swapping the roles around. As we just hang on now and wait for the final players to pick up their heroes. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining me on the stream, welcome to Beyond the Summit. This is Star Ladder Season 12. And my name's ODPixel. C9 versus Vega. Let's get rid of the overlay. Production value and a half. This is game 2 of a best of 3. And as you can see at the top, so you don't net worth. Yeah, great stat. 1 minute before the game starts. Nice one, Odie. If you're asking what the score is, please take a moment to look at the top of the screen. These yellow marks indicate that a game has been won. So you can actually work out the score. I know it's groundbreaking. Mate, I was on Twitch chat for years typing in an exclamation score, and it didn't seem to work. Maybe it will work now. Right, so let's have a look at the teams. What have we got going on? Over the side of C9, it's going to be Bone7 off-lane Jakiro. Righty-tighty. Down on the tri-lane, Eternal Envy on this position 1 Lycan. Going to be supported up by Fata. Oh, no, sorry, Fata's going to be on the mid lane Beastmaster. Eternal Envy is going to be supported up by Big Daddy No-Tail on the Zeus and Misery on the Lion. And Vega, they're going for that positioning in the sense that they want to kind of make a jump. Level 1. I mean, if they find an Ice Shard into a Blade Fury, good luck trying to get out of that one, C9. So Vega, let's do a quick introduction. Seema the Slayer on the Juggernaut. Tusk on the support. Support. Tusk being played by Screen. Solo's going to be on that Venge yet again. Pashi Bashi on the offlane Timber. And hang on. Puck on the solo safe lane? Is it going to be... What are we going to see here? Timbersaw mid? Timbersaw mid? You're against the Beastmaster? Or are they? You're against a Lycan. Okay, Eternal Envy mid on the Lycan. Safe lane farming Beastmaster. With the support of the Zeus. And the Lion. And yeah, so E mid, Jakiro on the offlane. So C9 really kind of switching it up for this one. How's it going to work, though? Bottom lane, Snowball coming in. It's going to be able to catch Misery. Can they follow this up? Yeah, with the Magic Missile, with the Blade Fury. That is going to be a dead Lion. Can they find anything more at this? Well, Juggernaut's getting fairly low, even just to the right clicks of the Beastmaster and the Zeus. But first blood is going to go to Vega. The aggressive tri-lane working out in this situation. And as we see there, the Snowball in to close the range. Magic Missile to hold the enemy in place, and the Blade Fury to do the damage. It is all that you need. In the mid lane, so this Timbersaw Lycan. A lane that you would expect the Timbersaw to do very, very well in. Once he gets a couple of levels, should be... I mean, look at that. EE, taking a lot of damage here. It's 400 gold into his bottle. But Timbersaw, he's already got his. So now with the bottle up on Pashi Bashi, should be able to maintain pretty good control of the mid lane and make it very, very hard for Lycan to find anything of too much value. But Eternal Envy, obviously being a Lycan, can always back up into the jungle and well, bottom lane. Talking about being backed up. There's your aggression on Safata. There's your Snowball. And the Snowball Blade Fury. Look at that. It's Beyblades all over again. Big Daddy not going to be able to find anything in return. And the aggressive tri-lane certainly doing its job. 2 kills, but nothing so far. Favoring the side of Vega. And mid lane, the difference is starting to be created. Pashi Bashi. 12 CS. He's going to have this creep wave here with the Howl. Should be able to safely right-click it down and get those CS. Pashi Bashi certainly proving to be a little bit of an issue for the Lycan mid. And I think it's something that we knew was going to happen as soon as we saw this lane matchup come out. How's Puck doing on the top lane? Puck versus the Jakiro. 8 CS on the Puck. 8 CS on the Jakiro. Bone7. Doing pretty well here. I mean, his spells are a lot harder to utilize in terms of getting CS, being due to the fact that they just damage over time. And Puck, he's got a lot bigger burst damage potential with the Waning Rift and the Orb. Mid lane, there's a bit of a dive going on. Pashi Bashu, he dove for EE, but the rotation from Misery, is it going to be enough to save Eternal Envy? Eternal Envy's trying to get out. He's out of bolt charges. There's one more Whirling Death. That's going to be a kill. Can they find Lion as well? I don't think Timbersaw can dive for this one. They did lose the Venge actually somewhere. Apologies. Was that in the mid lane as well? No, it was... Yes, it was in the mid lane, so I guess, sorry. Yeah, Venge and the Lycan looked to go aggressive. Didn't pay off at the end of the day. Well, it did it. Well, it did in the sense that... Sorry, Venge and Timber. Oh my, I'm just going to shut up and get on with this game. Top lane. Puck. Taking damage now from Bone7. Puck has got a salve. He's got a lot of regen on him. Bone7 should be fine in this situation. Bottom lane. Vega. Starting to skip the creeps a little bit. Misery and Big Daddy coming in. Trying to deal with this play. It's very hard to do so. These three heroes can very easily turn around and look for a kill, and they're going to do exactly that, straight onto Misery. There's your Blade Fury, there's your Magic Missile, and that's going to be another very, very easy kill for the side of Vega. 4-1 now, 4 minutes in. Having a very, very nice time indeed. Mid lane, TimberSword 22. E22 as well. Did head back to clear out the camp, and that is something that the Lycan is going to be able to do. Especially seeing as there's no one really else on his team that's going to be utilizing the jungle at this point. Now rotation from the Tusk, from the Venge. E needs to be careful. There's your Snowball. Look at that initiation range. Look how quickly they close the gap. Out comes the Chakram. Howl is popped. He's not going to be able to get any damage out in return. And top lane, maybe Puck goes down as well. Misery with the rotation. It's going to be a 1-for-1 across the map. Bone 7 and Misery find the Puck. But mid lane, they do lose EE on that Lycan. And TimberSword's getting scarier and scarier at this point. And looking at the CS, in terms of the safe lane heroes, Beastmaster Fata, 7 CS 5 minutes in. Not great for a hero, especially a hero involved in a tri-lane. The aggressive tri-lane from Vega doing so much work, and Jug, 19 CS at the moment in this aggressive situation. And now, Beastmaster being a little bit wary of going up here. They have got this ward here. C9 have got pretty good vision, so Fata knows that he's fairly safe to go out for CS. Solo and Tusk, in fact, back at base at this moment. TP out to the top lane, because top lane, Puck's getting dove on again. Maybe they can find another kill, C9, but no, looks like they're going to turn it around with the Dream Core. There's your Snowball, and there's your dead Lion. Bone 7, he's just going to continue farming the lane for the time being. Jakiro fairly tanky. It's going to be hard for Vega to instantly turn on him after they've already expended a lot to kill the Lion. And talking about Vega getting kills, Fata, one jab, just needs another jab from Seema. Oh, Vengeful Spirit, Solo taking the kill, but it's a kill nonetheless. 7 for 2. C9, it's just not their game, this one. EE popping the ultimate. Oh, well, Solo. Pops his hand out, trying to get the Magic Missile out. It looks like a weak attempt to go, stop! Stop running at me, you big scary wolf. Bone 7. That's not your base, mate. That's not your tower. In comes your Snowball. Whirling Death. Blown up. Vega should be able to get the deny on the tower here as well. And they will do indeed. And more gold, more XP, going the way of Vega. We're off to a very, very strong start. Arguably a stronger start than they had in the first game. And of course, in the first game, they did take the victory. And this is a game where C9, they've drafted the Jakiro, they drafted the Lycan. You know, heroes that are very good at pushing early on. But they're not good at pushing if Vega have got the capability to defend against any form of aggression that you decide to send out. And well, Pashy Bashu waltzes in with the Chakram, waltzes back out as soon as he gets mana drained. He realizes not really going to be the best fight to take. Got a fairly large mana pool now, though. The mana boots with level 8 as well. Solo aggressively wadding up the jungle. Fata, he's found himself a Vengeful Spirit. He's found himself a Magic Missile. He's found himself the Boar Slow. Seam of the Slayer, level 6. Hasn't got enough mana, though, for the Omni Slash. Phase boots now on the Tusk. Can definitely afford to be a lot more mobile. Not that he hasn't been already. We've seen him all across the map. Oh, mid lane. Apologies. I was too busy getting excited about the Tusk. Mid lane, Jakiro finds a kill onto the Timber as the 3 heroes come in. And they will be able to push themselves down a tier 1 here as well. But talking about the pushing potential with the Jakiro, it's working out in the sense that we're, 8 minutes in, and C9, they have taken 2 towers already from the side of Vega. Big Daddy now rotating up to the top lane. Bone 7 in tow. Invisariant going to be grabbed by EE. True Shapeshift. The Shapeshift is available. Back up for the Ancients. He's picked up the Medallion. And is that what's coming out as well? That's going to be the rest of his treads. So he's going to be able to continue to farm pretty quickly at this point. We're looking at the last hits and denies. He is 50 CS. We're coming up to the 10-minute mark. Let's have a look at the net worth. It is Lycan in the lead. Obviously, those 2 tier 1s helping out a lot in terms of net worth and gold gain for the side of C9 in general. Ice Shard's just coming out, seeing if anyone was hiding in the secret shop. And, well, Timbersaur's coming in as well. Invis Rune on the Lycan. Do C9 want to look to take this fight? Well, looks like they've got no choice. Bottom lane, Fata is getting snowballed. There is no magic missile, but the slow from the Walrus Punch and the Ice Shards are enough to burst him down. And EE still with his Invis Rune. Does he want to fight this? Shapeshift available. Is he going to go for it? He needs to be careful. Invis? He's running out of time. Dream Coil for the puck is online as well. It looks like Vega, they're going to go for the tower. And they're going to TP back the Venge. There was a little bit of a push coming out in the mid lane from Bone7. They didn't want him to get on the tower. Well, the fight's kicking off at the bottom. There we go. Oh, look at that Earth Spike. Who is this Lion? And Bone7's come to join the fight as well. They've already lost 2 heroes, though, the side of C9, but they might be able to turn this one. Seeing the Slayer getting very, very low. He could go down here. Looks like the Tusk will go down as well. There's your Jug kill. Tusk, he goes down to the punches of the claws of Eternal Envy. So it's a 4-for-2 trade. 8-11. The gap being closed by C9. And 4 very, very nice kills. Venge just lucky to not be in that fight. I'm pretty sure Solo was there as well. Seeing as he's not got any mana at this point, wouldn't really be able to offer too much. No points to the passive damage aura as well. So it could have been a full team wipe potentially. C9 going to be very happy indeed. Bone7. Timber's still trying to chase this one down. Bone7, a little bit lower mana, but he has got the Yules complete. Gonna buy him a little bit of time. Bashu, he wants to dive this. They haven't got any... Well, they've got the Dire Ward here in the jungle, so okay. He was aware of what was going on. He knew that Fata was low. Primal Roar, of course, had been used in the previous team fight, so he knew that wasn't going to be able to come back again. All in all, I mean, look at these wards. They're starting to expire, but very nice vision against the side of C9. Well, EE. Ice Shards come out. It's going to be a little bit off point. Eternal Envy's going to be able to juke him out. Maybe he wants to go back in. Oh, there's the Thunder God's Wrath. Suddenly, the heroes on Vega very, very low. Dreamcoil was popped, holding the Wolf back, keeping him on his leash. So Vega, the casualties, they didn't go any further than 1. Or do they? Eternal Envy storming down the lane. Really wants to go forward. Bashu is going to be there for the defense. In top lane, Bone7 starting to do a bit of trickle damage to the tier 2 on the top lane. 11.5 minutes in now. Here's the smoke into Roche. Of course, they have got the medallion for Eternal Envy. And they've got the right clicks for the walls. They've got the Howl. That's been pop chat. He's going to wait for his next set of walls to come out by the looks of it before he decides to pop it for the push. There we go. Walls come out. Howl as well. But here's the return initiation from Vega. This could be a team fight and a half. There's your shapeshift. Preparing for the fight. There's your Earth Spike onto 3. There's your finger onto the Tusk. Big Daddy No Tail will go down. Eternal Envy, he finds the Roshan. He's got the Aegis. There's your Waning Rift. Bone7 manages to find the Yules onto the puck. Primal Roar onto Seam of the Slayer. Holds the Juggernaut back from going any more aggressive than he intended to do so. The aggression continuing though in the mid lane as they're trying to chase down Bone7, but with no mana on Solo for a magic missile. And Bashu couldn't quite find the connects with the Chakrams. It's going to mean that the Jakiro is going to get away, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. The Tusk for the Zeus. But of course, C9 taking the favorable advantage there with the Aegis and with the Roshan kill. Oh, Puck. Puck? I was just watching you. What are you doing? What are you doing, Puck? There's going to be a bit of Puck's gold gone as well, and spent up. Puck. Mask of Madness now for Seema. With the phase boost, he's going to punch and slice. Fairly hard. And Fata on the top lane. Eternal Envy doing what he does best. Farming up the enemy jungle. Maybe want to go for a killer on the Jug. Can they jump on him? Maybe they can if Seema heads to high ground. Pings are coming out. Can they catch the Juggernaut out of position here? They really want to. There is no ward here for the Dire. Seema the Slayer might head up to the high ground. Nah, he's not. He's away. he makes the correct decision. C9, not going to be too fortunate when trying to find a pick off there. But maybe they find the puck. All about, but the Hex in return. Earth Spike as well. Misery has these timings down to a T. It's going to be a dead puck. Wave of Terror. Shapeshift. He taking a lot of damage though, and that's going to be Jaeger's popped. Popped, in comes the snowball. Can they go for round two? Varta's here with the Primal Roar. Primal Roar onto screen, making sure the Walrus Punch doesn't come out in order to get the slow onto the Lycan. Solo getting fairly low. In comes Pashu. Is this going to be a cleanup? Thundergod's Wrath comes out, does a hell of a lot of damage. Vega, they're down to only 2 heroes left in this fight. Pashu does find the Lion retreating, but Seema the Slayer taking a lot of damage from Big Daddy. Did find the kill on Lycan. Pashu, he goes down to the axes. I think Juggernaut might be able to get out of this one. Yeah, Healing Ward comes down. And again, another very nice team fight for Cloud9. They lose the Aegis. They do lose the Lycan. But in return, they take down 3 heroes on the side of Vega. Make that 4, obviously counting the puck that was disregarded there from that fight recap. No one, of course, did go down at the start, very early on when they looked for that first jump in. Bottom lane as well, Bone 7. Keeping the pressure on, keeping the pushes happening. You can already see, thanks to these pushes, the net worths of the heroes of C9, as a whole, fairly high in comparison. 7k now in Eternal Envy. Blink Canules, Bone 7. They certainly do a good job at trying to catch someone out here. Get a little bit of damage onto Seema. Ping coming out from Zeus. He says, boys, go for it, you got this. Vata and Misery with the smoke. Are they going to bump into the Venge? No, not quite. They're going to head straight into the jungle. Maybe they turn back. Are they going to go for the Venge? Magic missile to the bird. They want to find Puck. If Misery gets the Hex, which he will, and the Orb's already out, no one in a hell of a lot of trouble. Nice, cheeky little pick off there for the two heroes of C9. And Puck been doing an awful lot recently. Puck 1 for 5 so far. I think he was on 1200 gold about 10 minutes ago on his road to the Blink Dagger. Not having a great time at all. He certainly is. Treads. Darling, Vlad's now complete. 1700 gold now. What does he go for? Does he add to the push or against these heroes? I mean, Tusk, Timber, Puck. Even the magic missile fact that it's going to be able to cancel your casting of the shapeshift. Maybe he's going to go for the BKB next. Obviously, Timber still going to do a little bit of damage with the pure damage. Wow, damage is the name of the game. As the finger comes out to Solo. Mystery's going to try and TP out, and I don't think they're going to be able to find a snowball in nearly enough time. But with the primal run to Bashu, doing a fair bit of damage. Look at these Necro units just rip through your Timbersaw. There goes your Timbersaw. And, well, they do find the Beastmaster in return. And they will find some Necro units as well. And a Wolf. Animal cruelty. It's the name of the game for the Juggernaut. Bottom lane. Getting the push on. Getting the damage done to this tier 3. There comes your shapeshift. They want to commit to this. There's a fortification still on cooldown for Vega. Venge entering the fray. It's a fair bit of damage. Bone 7 defensively heals himself and blinks out. Worried that perhaps there was going to be a snowball coming in from the sidelines. 18 to 15, coming up to 17, 18 minutes in. And XP-wise, 7.5k. Gold-wise, 7.5k as well. Leading, of course, for C9 at this point. After a very, very rocky start against a very, very nasty aggressive tri-lane. Certainly turning this one around. And for the time being, at least, feels very strong in their grips. And, well, Eternal Envy. Gonna have a little bit of a brief disconnect. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. We had a lot of, if you guys joined me yesterday at Purge, a lot of DDoSs. A lot of very, very long pauses. Hopefully that's not going to be the case this game. Because, touch wood, they've been pretty smooth so far. Game 1, pretty much perfect. I think we had a single pause. And we made it 18 minutes through. Just about, without a pause in this game. So apologies for the pause. If there's anything I could do about it, I certainly would. Certainly would indeed. Guys, let me know in the chat. Do you think Vega has still got this one in them? Or do you think this is a definite going to game 3? C9, they're certainly looking strong. They're certainly looking scary. Can the Jug out carry the lineup of C9? Yes. Can he at this point of the game? No. If the pushes still keep coming out and C9 are able to find these superior fights, and eventually once Big Daddy's able to get the refreshers online, I mean, we're already seeing, just with one Thunder God's Wrath, the heroes on Vega, fairly squishy. Well, Timbersaw an exception, and the Tusk. And okay, well, it still does it offers a lot at this point. 18 minutes into a game, Thunder God's Wrath is something that you've got to be very, very aware of. And well, Eternal Envy says he's ready. Pashi Bashu. He's not. Timbersaw throwing out the W8 card there. And there's a Blink Dagger Timbersaw as well. I haven't picked up on that. I don't know if you guys noticed that on the stream. Very nice in the sense of you haven't got to rely on the Timber Chain to chasing down your enemies. And that it's a skill that, I mean, I've no doubt that Pashi Bashu knows exactly what he's doing with it, but if there's not a tree in the right position, it's always very hard to find the angle. And especially if you're kind of chasing someone straight down the lane, you kind of have to go to the side, throw the tracker room out to hope that you get the slow in order to then walk up and get the Whirling Death off. Obviously with the Blink, you just get straight in their face, throw down the Chakram, throw down the Whirling Death, Timber Chain to the sidelines, and that is a huge amount of burst damage. Especially in a fight where you do want to find yourself right beside the Lycan, because if Pashi Bashu is able to get his combo off onto Eternal Envy, Eternal Envy is going to certainly feel it in the morning. Eternal Envy, he's going for the Necro. Okay, so I suggested it, potentially looking for the BKB, but no, he wants to commit to this push. But the lineup is certainly going to synergize very nicely with it. There's your zoning Thunder God's Wrath. Checking where they all are. Smoke was popped. And that is going to be a very nice Thunder God's Wrath benefiting Bone 7, because they were looking for him. Both the Venge and the Tusk on the bottom lane. Top lane, Fouter just keeping himself safe. Wants to try and get this tier 3 with the boars out. Necro Book level 3 off cooldown. There we go, out it comes. Fortification is still on cooldown as well for Vega. This is almost certainly going to be this tier 2 coming down. It's going to be TP in from Solo. Swap actually onto the Beastmaster. There's your Magic Missile. There's an Omni Slash available if they want to use it, but Blade Fury, it's going to be enough by the looks of it. Pashi Bashu coming in as well. They do lose the tier 2 though. And Misery, maybe hoping that he could look to jump in on that one. Wants to play it safe at this point. Stacking up there with the 2 braces, but he's still just only a few hundred gold away from completing the Blink Dagger. 1,860 in the bank at the moment. Seema just continue to go for the BKB. Okay. Certainly going to allow him to get around these fights a little bit easier. You know, fights that do have a Lion and a Jakiro in. Primal Roar, of course, still going to be an issue. Zeus, however, something that he's not going to have to mind. Zeus pretty much harmless once you pick up a BKB, especially at this point of the game. And it is, of course, going to be the full 10 seconds available. Eternal Envy now finishing off the level 3 Necro. And that, of course, is the couple of Necro books they have got completed on the side of C9. Yeah, Juggernaut still about 500 or so gold away from the BKB. Dagon was the choice of item for Bone 7 after the Blink and Yules. Looking to jab away at some of the squishy opponents. Perhaps the Puck trying to catch him out, burst him down before he's able to get off the silence, before he's able to throw down the Dream Coil. Timbersaw now with an Invis Rune. Can he find a little bit of an action down here on the bottom lane? Yules actually from Bone 7, who is going aggressive on the Puck. He's got the Dagon, of course. There's just silence, though. It comes out in time. Hex from Misery. They've got the Earth Spike to follow up. That is going to be a very, very dead Puck. But the 2 heroes here, Misery and Bone 7, might be about to be part of a sandwich. Pashi Bashu looks for the Blink. He's going to find Misery. The burst damage, is it there? Tusk coming in with the Snowball as well. Going to hold Lion in place. There's the uppercut. And they are going to find Lion in return, but they did lose their safe lane Puck, so not really an exchange that they'll be too happy with. Bone 7, he wants to go for more. blinking in. Omni Slash onto Eternal Envy. It's just not enough. Eternal Envy turns around. He wants to fight this. 1v1 me, mate. He doesn't win it, though. They both go down. But it's, well, Bone 7 trying to clear up as well. But there's 3 heroes down on the side of Vega. C9, they've only lost 2 Primal Roar onto Tusk. They do find a 4th hero. 4 heroes down on Vega. And with only 2 casualties, C9 again taking very, very favorable team fights. And team fights that off the back of them, they're certainly going to be able to try and head to the high ground and get some damage done to these racks. It's going to be against a Timbersaw, and it's also going to be against a Tusk who has brought back Blinking Waning Rift from Puck. Now Blinking from the Timbersaw just to clear out the wave. Try and get some of these Necro units as well out of the base. And, well, they'll be able to stop the push from C9. But you really can kind of feel C9 slipping into their comfort zone now. And they're certainly in a better position than they were ever in the first game of these series. And well, Beastmaster, I don't know quite. This Puck he's kind of been the Beastmaster of the first game. He's always been in positions where we're not quite sure what he's doing there, and normally ends up dying. And Puck how's the scoreboard looking? 1 for 7. 1 for 7. It's not a great look for this Puck. He got the blink, didn't he? He did get the blink. Oh, God bless him. He did manage to finally find the blink dagger. Astrum pinged out top. They're going to let that go the way of the Wolf. I think they are. Eternal Envy, he's got his sights set on it. Says, yeah, oh no, maybe not. Just passes the bottle on to No-Tail. Let's No-Tail take that heat rune for himself. Pinged down to Roshan. Roshan is back up and alive. They're going to send in the Wolf to scout it out. Sigil as well from the side of Vega. Going to scout out in return. Both teams know that Roshan's up. And both teams are going to want to go for it. And both teams, they've got the capabilities to do so. Vega with the Jug and the Venge. C9, of course, with the Lycan, the Beastmaster. Well, Wolves just scouting out the side of Vega. Bottom lane, Solo. Coming out quite far here looking for farm. C9 checking out for the old wards with the lightning bolt. The only ward around the roast pit is up here. Would catch him if they went to the high ground. Thinking about the Thunder God's Wrath. Big Daddy just baiting it out for the time being. Isn't going to let it slip fully yet. And Bone 7 continually pressuring this middle tier 2. And Vega just making sure they're all kind of gravitating around the Roche pit. Ready to fight if C9 decide to jump on it. But C9, they're kind of taking advantage of this group up of Vega. Butter's on the top lane pushing. There's your Thunder God's Wrath. There's your Finger as well. That's one hero out of the fight on the side of Vega. Now, Big Daddy No-Tail with the haste rune. Going in and out for a bit of a tickle. Bit of a tackle. Solo TPs to the top lane. He's got the swap. He's got the magic missile. Butter, he goes straight in there with the Roar and with the Necro creeps. Oh, look at them beat down on that poor old Venge. Butter, he needs to get off his high horse, though, because he needs to get the hell out of there. Seam of the Slayer pots the Omni Slash, and that's going to be more than enough to bring the Beastmaster down. And all in all, even though they lose the Beastmaster, C9, space has been created, and Roshan will be taken. Roshan now under the belt of the Lycan. On top of the level 3 Necro, 2.4k gold. I'll make that 1.3. Did he... No, sorry. I clicked on someone else. I'm an idiot. Caster is an idiot. I know, chat. You don't need to tell me. Mid lane. Tier 2 very low. Bone 7 should be able to find it with a couple more liquid fires. There's the Dirox button. There's your fortification. It's gonna... I mean, this is something that you've always got to think about. That was a fortification that they aren't going to have now for the tier 3 high ground push. Maybe they feel that C9 aren't going to go aggressive anytime soon, but I'll be surprised if they don't. Aegis on the Lycan. Level 16. He's beginning to hit his peak, and in a game against a Juggernaut that perhaps would be quite happy if the game goes on for a good further 10 minutes. Surely C9 want to be looking to continue this aggression and try and take the high ground. And I mean, hats off to them in terms of doing it so far. All the tier 2s are gone. Tier 3 on the bottom lane is gone as well for Vega. Just these 2 towers here. And well, talking about Vega, they're going to go for a smoke. Leading the charge, the Juggernaut. Timbersaw trying to bait it out, and it was worked. Fata is falling straight for it, though. Solo swaps himself in so he can get the magic missile. There's your Warrior's Punch. And Juggernaut there with the final crit to bring down the Beastmaster. Mid lane, Mode 7 wants to push. TP coming back from the puck. Blink out straight away from the big fiery dragon. EE, he's popped the shapeshift. Needs to be careful now. Pashu comes in. Does he want to fight into this? Ice Shards beautifully positioned to block out the Zeus, but he's got the Force Staff. He's ready to continue chasing this one down. Eternal Envy, though. Does he want to fight this? Omni Slash actually came out. Ends up hitting a lot of creeps and a lot of Necro units. Doesn't do a lot. In fact, doesn't do anything against these two heroes on the side of C9. Shapeshift has one out, though, for the Lycan. TP out from the Juggernaut. Here comes the wraparound for Jakiro. Blink in, yaws onto Timbersaw. Ice Path, that is a very, very dead Pashu. Misery blinking to the tree line just to see if he can catch anyone out before they TP back, but the rest of Vega have managed to retreat. It's 4-4-4 on the map at the moment. Timbersaw only down for not a lot of time. It was about, I think it was about 25 seconds because of his Bloodstone charges. So he will be back in tandem with Fata coming back on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster going to focus on keeping the pressure on this top lane. And C9, for this time being, they're really keeping the lanes pressured onto Vega's side of the map. Keeping the ante up. They don't want to lose the tempo. They don't want to lose the rhythm. 28 minutes. Shaw's now on the line. Goes Scepter for the Zeus. It's going to help him against the Jug, of course. C9 with a 7.5k XP gain. And, well, coming up to 14k in terms of gold, the lead. Misery, of course, did find his blink at the end of the day. And with the blink and yaws, it's going to be an extra bit of setup. In tandem, of course, with Jakiro with his blink and yaws. And now a level 3 Dagon. Bone 7. Only going to be able to output a lot of damage. Blinking onto Timber, so they go for the Hex. Don't look like they want to go for more. They know the Venge is about. The Wave of Terror comes through. They know he's just going to get swapped back if they decide to go. Shapeshift is going to get popped, though. Eternal Envy really wants to try and find something this fight. And he's just going to use it to push the creep wave through. Bone 7 in the sidelines is there to come back into the fight if a fight does kick off. The racks, of course, are exposed here on the bottom lane, and no fortification after Vega did use it earlier to protect the tier 2. And well, there's your blinking from Pashu doing a lot of damage to Misery, but the damage coming from C9 onto the racks is even more. They find the range racks, melee racks still standing for the Dire. And ping coming out as well from Tusk, where C9 have almost certainly warded this spot, and there is still a ward here remaining for C9. C9 have got very, very nice vision around this half of the map. I mean, look at this. 3 wards are committed here. They've essentially just got a Night Stalker with an axe sitting here. And there's your pings coming out. They really want to get rid of these. Oh no, maybe he's just pinging to get some vision up for himself. Yeah, Puck pops down an obs. Oh, Puck. There's a finger. There's a Hex as well. Can he fight the kill though? He needs one more punch. Yules, is it going to be enough? Oh, the jaunt. The phase shift. Oh, Big Daddy No-Tail. Ghost Scepter popped. Is he going to protect you from the magical damage of the Blade Fury? And well, a nice little trade there. Puck gets out. Zeus not so lucky. And maybe even the Lion as well. Omni Slash committed for this one. They just want to find these kills going the way of the Juggernaut, and they will find them indeed. Juggernaut now on top of the SMY, the BKB. 3,000 gold in the bank. And oh, well, apologies. Came in with the shapeshift on the bottom lane. That's a quick little pick off the back of that fight. Aghanim's now on the Timbersaw. So if the defense wasn't here before, it's certainly going to be here now with that second chakram. It's going to be even harder for C9 to try and take these structures. And 30 minutes in a game where they have only taken the ranged racks, that begs the question, have they done enough with the draft that they have picked this game? Or is it getting to that point where Vega, with this Timbersaw, with this Juggernaut, are going to get a little bit out of control? And C9 are going to have to find just these kind of windows to go for the split push, to go for the rat. AC now on the Lycan. Still holding onto those treads. Eternal Envy hasn't managed to pick up the boots of travel as of yet. 1,800 gold in the bank. Perhaps that is going to be his next pickup. Seaman now at 4k. Yet to spend his gold. Still deciding which way to go. 8 charges on the Bloodstone of the Timbersaw. Could be better. Obviously, he did die. It's not bad for this point. There's just Thunder God's Wrath. CNR knows what's up, and what's up is they need to get the hell out of there. Blink Dagger is there for Misery. He turns around. He turns around, and he really turns around. Puck's dead. Misery's out of there. Misery. Some of these plays from Misery, I'll be honest, in the last couple of days we've got to C9, Misery is pretty good at this whole supporting malarkey, isn't he? Very strong player indeed. Levy going to head to the Ancients. 2.2k gold now. He's getting richer. Richer indeed. And richer than the Juggernaut still. Juggernaut hasn't managed to catch up in terms of farm. Looking at the graphs as well. C9 still holding the game steadily, but confidently around the 7.5k mark in terms of XP and gold. It is just getting bigger and bigger the difference. And this feels like your standard C9 game. C9 have got themselves in a position where they're able to maintain the lane equilibrium, get them pushed onto the side of the opponents. But at the same, you just kind of ask the question, can C9, can they actually finish it? Or is the defense always going to be there from Vega until Vega get to a point where they're able to fight back, find a couple of big pickoffs and storm straight down the mid lane? We saw it happen the other day with SFC, but that was after 3 hours. So, let's perhaps hope that it goes a little bit differently this game. Well, there's your Zeus Salt. Don't know where Vega are, and they're back in the base, apart from Venge, getting caught out by a Yules. There's your Ice Paw, Pashu Bashu, coming in with the double Chakrams, trying to clear out the creep wave. Make it indefinitely harder for C9 to force themselves up to the high ground. Well, again, C9. They back off. I think I'm having triggers. Triggers to yesterday's game. It feels a little bit stalematey at the moment. C9, please. What's Venge going for? Going for the Vlads on the Venge. Helps out the Jug. Hex onto the Jug. Funny enough, yeah, it's not going to help him there. Beastmaster ending a nice little kill streak there. 491 gold in the bank for Beastmaster. Ooh, Oblivion Staff. Are we going to see this refreshers? I think it's got to be. I don't think you build an Oblivion Staff into an Orchid 34 minutes in. So refreshers Beastmaster. Going to have the double Primal Roar. Very nice if he's able to catch out, say, the Jug and the Timbersaw. That's a huge amount of damage that's going to be shut off from the team fights. BKB finally picked up now on EE. He is ready to fight. He's ready to go. Pressure coming from the rest of his team on the top lane. He's going to try and work on these racks on the bottom lane. Vega, they've got to kind of decide where they stand in terms of defense. Who are they going to commit to the defense on either side of the map? Tell them, oh, actually shape-shifting. Maybe thinking about heading to Roshan. They know it's up. Big Daddy has just scouted it out, and yep, he's straight in for that, straight up for that one. And Roshan with the Necro units as well in the walls. Gonna finish very, very quickly. Cheese has went well this time. Cheese, I guess, looking at the slots available, probably going to go the way of Bone 7. Okay, Aegis taken by Bone 7. Cheese still on the ground. Tell him if he doesn't really have the slot for it at this point, I guess. And yeah, Farta's going to take the Cheese. And if he's going to look to do the old refresher Primal Roar, I mean, he has got he's got enough mana to get the combo off, but it's certainly going to help him if he's able to pop the Cheese as well. Especially if he wants to get a second set of Wild Axes out in the thick of the fight. And there's your final upgrades on the Dagon. Jakira now, Bone 7 with the level 5 Dagon. And well, what they're gonna do? Vega. Scardy coming up on Seema. He's got it finished, as I mentioned it. No buyback, of course, though, worth mentioning. In fact, if you look at the gold in general on these heroes on the side of Vega, no one, apart from the Timbersaw, is going to be able to buy back if this engagement goes badly. They're going to look to try and take the upper hand, though, with this smoke. Can they find anyone? They draw lines into the jungle of C9, but... Well, C9? They're just not there. 2 heroes in the mid lane. 3 heading up to the top. This is just going to be effectively wasted time for Vega, especially seeing as their creep wave is not pushed in. The boar helping push this bottom lane out. Going to mean Vega essentially going to find nothing with this rotation. And they're going to allow C9 to get in position for a nice big push here on this top lane. Well, here's your TP's back now. Well, no one coming in. Waning Rift just going to catch out the Jakiro. Liquid fire into the tower. It's starting to melt. TP back now from the Timbersaw. There's Chakra, and there's your second. There's going to be a swap in from Solo, trying to bring SLTV into the fight, but it's not really worked out for his team because the Puck's already dead. There's your Raw onto the Juggernaut, holding him in place even through the magic immunity. He's diving. He's going to get it. He finds a kill. Oh my goodness. 3 heroes down on the side of Vega. Bashu taking a lot of damage. He's got no mana. He'll go down as well. Finger onto Seema. Oh, he loses the shapeshift. He doesn't quite want to dive that. And I was talking about the buybacks before. I'm going to bring it up right now because as you can see, Timbersaw, the only one available to buy back. They did have a fortification. That's going to buy them some time. But look at the speed that these racks are melting. That's your top lane of racks gone. All the other lanes are pushed in. TP to the bottom lane from Jakiro. He wants to try and get some liquid fire onto the racks, but he might die here. At the same time, though, this is bringing Bashu away from the mid lane. And maybe they can try and push here as well. SLTV needs to be careful of the Juggernaut. Hasn't, of course, got the Omni Slash available yet again. Blade Fury just coming out to clear out this creep wave, and Shapeshift still on cooldown. Well, just for a second. Shapeshift back and available. 20 seconds until the BKB. Bottom lane. Timbersaw trying his best to chase down Fata. Can't quite get the slow with the Chakram, and now Necrobook comes out, and here's your Shapeshift. SLTV wants to turn it around, but blink away from Bashu. Has he got the mana to really turn around on this? He hasn't, to be fair. Only 150 mana in the pool at the moment. But Vega, they have all finally respawned into this fight. But the damage has been done. Top racks was taken. A little bit of damage to the tier 3. Bottom lane, they've still got the melee racks standing, but slowly but surely, C9 sieging the base. 39 minutes sim. Golden XP starting to spiral out of control now. We're getting to about the point. It's about coming up to 30k gold lead. XP, we're over the 20k mark as well. C9, I mean, just looking at the net worth, you can see how far ahead they are. 22,000 on the Lycan compared to this 17.8 on this Juggernaut. It's pretty much going to be 23,000 any second now. Juggernaut, he's falling behind, and what the Omni Slashes aren't great, with all the amounts of Necro units, walls, summons coming out from the Beastmaster. Omni Slash just doesn't seem to be working out too great anytime he pops it in the team fight. And the right clicks, they're not too devastating either. Especially if he's getting kited at the same time by the Lion, by the Jakiro, and of course by the Raw coming in from Fata on the Beastmaster. 14 minutes. C9 spreading out. Clearing the lanes. Of course, Zeus did just pick up the Veil. It's going to be very nice for himself and Misery. And Misery working on a Dagon to add to his arsenal. He's got level 1 Dagon at this point of the game. And Fata did finish off his Refresher's Orb, as we saw just now. Thundergod's Wrath zoning them out. They know where Vega are. Misery trying to keep those super creeps pushed in on the top lane. SLTV in the jungle. I think somebody sent out to him. What's it going to be? It's going to be the Basher. Is he going to get rid of the medallion for this one, I imagine? He's forgot that the courier's come to him, and the Basher's going back to base. No Basher for you, my friend. I'm sure he'll realise in a second if he does want to control the Basher. He's popped the Necro book. I mean, that's 90 seconds that slot is effectively not doing a hell of a lot. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's made a bit of a trip. Jackie Mayer. Courier's back on its way. And we should see the Basher be picked up by Icy. Okay. Well, now the time it's taken, he's pretty much ready to put it up into an Abyssal Blade. Now, can he sell anything here to make that difference? I think he's going to look for the Ancient stack. maybe then sell the Medallion of Courage. And that will allow him to get the Abyssal. And the Abyssal is going to be pretty huge against the Timbersaw and the Juggernaut. Two very, very mobile heroes. Timbersaw, of course, with the Blink and the Timber Chain. And, well, Jug with the S and Y. With the Phase Boost. With the Mask of Madness. And there we go. Yep. Oh, no. The maths didn't work out. Medallion was sold. He's a little bit short. You've got to hang around for a little bit for that gold to trickle in. But there we go. There's his Abyssal Blade. And I believe the walls were... Okay, yeah. I don't know where his walls were, but they certainly seem to be getting CS somewhere across the map. If they helped him work towards the Abyssal Blade. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Jug died very, very quickly there. And that's a big pick-off. I mean, starting a push with killing the enemy's position 1 Jug. Take that any day, and especially seeing as the enemy chasing Beastmaster straight out of the base. Eternal Envy. He's ready to go for it. Abyssal Blade down to Tim. Look at that damage! Oh my goodness! This guy's a beast. He's a monster. BKB popped. He doesn't want to fight against the Jug, though. Big Daddy does. Big Daddy. He has no tail and he knows no fear. He's still alive. Look at this. Big Daddy's still alive. He's not going to live through it. Is he really going to live through this? He's going to live through this. Oh, boy. GG's called. C9 take the second game. Finally. 38-24. C9 take the win. We are going to be going to game 3. Ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 so far in this matchup between C9 and Vega. You're watching StarLadder Season 12. It is the EU group stages. My name is ODPixel. If you're enjoying the cast, be sure to follow me on Twitter. If you're not enjoying the cast, that's okay. Because I still love you. Even if your parents don't. I'm going to play a G2A advert. Because that's what brings us in the money here Beyond the Summit. And as you guys know, if there's anything that Dota Studios are about, it's all about the money. So...